Yeah, well, it looks like we're live. There's Joe. I see you there. Michelle Rucker, all the way from beautiful Georgia. Hello and welcome. Scrappy Cat, good to see you. Honey Badger's Homestead, it's good to see you as well. Hope everyone's well and safe tonight. Happy Saturday. Rami, yeah, okay here. Hope everyone else is all good. Kristen, good to see you. Barbara Tushy, good to see you. Welcome. Brenda, always good to see you. Grizz in the house, all the way from the beautiful state of Montana. Sam Hammer, always good to see you. Sassy, Sam, AM Orion, what's cracking? It's all cracking. Broussard Homesteads is in the house, all the way from the great state of Louisiana. Andale Homestead, also in the house. Oh, you're new here from all the way from Maine. Well, welcome. It's good to see you. You're probably experiencing very much the same weather I am right now. 49 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy. We had some rain today. Carrot Top, welcome. Carmen, Betsy, Wesley, Sean in Alaska even. Patricia Skubish, I see you there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mary, CBS News Jane, how you doing, CBS News? Is that mainstream media? Well, stick around. You may learn something. Mason, 662. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you all here. Good to see everybody. Let me just make some adjustments to my things going on here. And we'll continue with this. We'll get to the hellos, and then, we'll do the skinny, like where everybody's from and your fuel prices and all those kinds of things. Oh, Sean. All right. You said you're making dinner. Now you got to tell everyone what's for dinner tonight now. Granny Goose, I see you. Charlotte. Well, first time. Welcome. It's good to see you. Charlie Knoll, I see you there. Corey Vex. Hello, hello, hello. From Northern Ontario. Another Canadian brother or sister. I won't say whether Corey is male or female. It could be either. But welcome. It's good to see you. Welcome. Happy Saturday to you and everyone. Cha-cha, I see you there. Oh, patty melt. Oh, that does sound good, Sean. Make an extra one and use that fancy drone of yours to drone me one over. Should be well frozen by the time it gets here. I should just be able to nuke it. Low of 48 this morning. All right, that's right around the temperature we got here now, Brett. That is cool. Oh, Charlotte Bennett came over from Pinballs. That's great. Well, welcome. It's good to see you. Pinball's got a great channel. Been moderating over there. Not since the very beginning, but since very close to the beginning. How much do I pay for a gallon of honey in my area? I don't pay for my honey. Rami Davis. I usually do some kind of barter, or my friend brings me some for free. Then I'll send him home with some smoked meats or something like that. I don't pay for it. It's raw, natural, and yeah, I don't pay for it. Angie, well, welcome. Good to see you. Cal Emporium. There you are all the way from Alberta. Welcome. Amy, would you like me to cook you some pasta? I know you do. I know you do. You always want to. All right, I'll allow that. Ban everything. Yeah. My moderators probably weren't sure what to make of that, but you're a fairly regular in here, so we know your intentions are not bad. So you missed the barter system. The barter system is beautiful. Do it. Grow some carrots in your yard. The guy on the other side of the fence grow some potatoes. Swap them out. Hey, I got too many potatoes. Well, I got too many carrots. Perfect. Good deal. Tip top from Pinballs as well. Well, welcome to all pinballers. We all love pinball. Had it from the very beginning. Never wanted to moderate for the guy. I found his channel. It's like, wow, this guy is good. No way I want to moderate for him. I just want to sit back and watch. Graysky, I see you there. And oh, Betsy. Tora Helms. Yeah, you can have some pasta too, Tora, if you want to. But it's not cheap. It's not cheap. A good full-on quart jar here would probably be near 15 bucks, maybe north of that. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I haven't paid for honey in a good long while. Catskill, New York prepper. Look at you. Well, welcome. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a little bit. I do hope you and yours are well. Evening, morning. I saw you there. You tried to sneak in. Oh, Mason662. You know me from Pinball? Yeah, I moderate over there. Pinball is a boss. Yeah. He puts out good information all the time. All the time. Daily. And that's not an easy job. Well, Kelly, hello. How do you do? That's not an easy job. Sorry, guys and gals. Even though I got it on a 20-second delay, chat's bouncing here. So I am going to miss some, and I apologize for that. It just is. Bought a bunch of quarter-pound heirloom seeds. Everwild Farms recently. Better than the tiny packages. Yeah. I buy seeds, yeah, sometimes by the pound or several pounds as well, depending on what kind of seeds they are, of course, right? Joe Ellen, well, welcome. It's good to see you. $5.40 a gallon working quietly. Okay. And you're in at 50. Okay. 50 tonight. That's all right. Mar Fool's Gold, I see you there. Welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah, if everyone wants to go ahead, chime in roughly where you're from. Anyone who's new here, we do what's called the skinny, okay? We try to get through the hellos. I like to say hello to everybody. But, you know, there's the chat kind of fluxes in and out with the number of people that are in here. I can't always get to everyone to say hello, but I like to try and do that at the beginning. And then, hey, Sheila B., I see you jumping in. Barbara Touche. Tushy. I'm probably saying it wrong. One of the ways I'm saying it wrong, guaranteed. Anybach, first timer. Arkansas, awesome. Lots of great folks from Arkansas. There's Pinball right there. Yeah, all of you guys and gals that are new, coming over from Pinballs, thank you ever so much for coming in, joining us, seeing what we're about. And I was just explaining Pinball, one of the things that we do here, we call it the skinny. And that's roughly where you're from. We don't want your address or your postal code. We're not interested in that. But roughly where you're from, what your fuel price is, what you're paying average price for ground beef. If you've seen a spike in that, and sort of what your temperatures are doing, just to keep your neighbors apprised. You know what I mean? And it's to help your neighbors and those around you. You know, if your Kroger's is out of ground beef and someone else in here is 2 counties over, and you know, they got lots, you know, you can help hook the other up. Patricia, Metal's well. He's well. Actually, Metal, Northern Girl Hobbies and I, and there may be some others working on a bit of a collaboration that Northern Girl Hobbies is actually going to put out tomorrow night. So, Metal's well. Your stores are cheaper and better stocked than a week ago. Okay, cool, Joe. And you know what? I've seen different reports from different parts of the country. Stringfield, I see you. Treasure Seekers, there you are. Wow, this is going fast. So we try and share information with the other, and it's to help everyone. So what's going on up here? We're running $5.50 a gallon. Now I'm in Canada on the North Shore of Lake Ontario, just about an hour east of Toronto, for those of you guys and gals that don't know. Oh, she's probably editing, Sam. Yeah, we're running $5.50, current temperature of 49 Fahrenheit, which is fairly warm for this time of year. And ground beef is still running about $6 a pound. I will take you to a trip to the grocery store and check out some pricing. I haven't seen many shortages in this area, but we'll check out pricing, okay? Uper, I see you there. And Full of Hope, all the way from Ireland. That is awesome. Now it's international. I haven't seen Shadow Scout Swede here yet. Haven't seen Patty Bob. Shadow Scout Swede is obviously in Sweden. Patty Bob's in Germany. So and those channels frequent in here, so we constantly get a nice global idea of what's going on, right? You got a steak log at Costco for $1.40. I don't even know what a steak log is. I don't even know what a steak log is. Spirit alive and well. Yes, the spirit does need to be alive and well and keep marching forward. That's how we do it. Jenny from California, how you doing? Chime in with what's the skinny, what's your fuel price? I know it's high in Cali. Temperature, you're still warm over there. I think you're in the 70s this evening. Low 70s probably. Joe DeFazio, I do not know what steak log is. I know we got ground beef in a like a plastic tube. You know, the ground beef tube. I try not to buy mine in those tubes, but I kind of like to look at it and see it, because you can't see through those tubes, right? So, but yeah, what the skinny is, it's just to kind of apprise your neighbors of what's going on around you. Roaming prepper, I see you there. Texas in the house. Sure is. Finally breached $3 a gallon. This is why we do this. All right, guys and gals, just check what roaming prepper just said. Just breached $3 a gallon in Texas. So if that's not telling you something, it should tell you something. $5.50 a gallon here in Canada for me is the highest I've ever seen fuel. Highest. And $6 meat, but $6 ground beef. Like, what the heck is that? Your Canadian sister, 3.5 hours north of Toronto, 8 degrees, $1.39.7. Wow, you're paying cheaper than we are. I'm not sure on a ground beef. All right, you're a Canadian sister. I'll try to remember that. Chicken prepper, thank you for the donation. Good evening, sir. Hope this goes towards your preparedness fund. Hope all is well. Sorry, guys and gals, I got to back up and acknowledge that. All is well in our location so far, unless they get more crazy than they already are, which they may. Respect to you as well. I appreciate that. Respect to all of you. You know, you guys are the reason this channel is here. It's not the other way around. I'm not the reason you guys are here. You guys are the reason I'm here, right? I'm here to try and show you what I do, how I prep, do things. You know, I'm in an apartment, so it's small space prepping, apartment prepping, urban gardening, which is very, very important topic we will highlight a little bit later in the show. And I have a culinary background, so I know it helps me to prep in different ways, like with canning and this and that others might not think about, right? And it's about sharing the skills. And oftentimes I learn way more from you guys and gals than you guys learn from me. So, and that's just how it goes. You know, there's 120 of you. You're 120 of you guaranteed are smarter than I am, right? So, Catskill, thank you ever so much. I appreciate that. Carol Ann Henderson, what are you doing here, girl? What are you up to? Carol Ann, I love you too. Thank you very much, Carol Ann, for that donation. Much love and respect to you as well. And I hope you're doing well. And Carol Ann, if you could just put in all caps, yes please, or no thank you. If you want some wisteria seeds, when I not wisteria, but hosta seeds, when I send you the wisteria, those things are going to start going out in the next week, okay? Bruce Homestead. We have Broussard Homestead. Now we have Bruce Homestead. Well, Bruce Homestead, good evening. Good evening and welcome. Chime in roughly where you're at, what your fuel price is, daytime temperature, and if your ground beef is going crazy with price or anything like that. Utah gas is $3.75. Beef, you're not sure. Oh, because you buy the quarter. Okay, that's smart. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. And that makes sense. That makes sense as the way to do it. You know, if you've got the oh, Dave Barry, you know what? Shout out to Pinball. Absolutely. Massive shout out to Pinball. Great channel, right? HJS, I see you there. Totally broke my train of thought, but that's okay. These things happen in a live stream. You know, you'll be jabbering away about something. Somebody will say something that's like, okay, that thought's gone. Leah, I see you there. Welcome. Chiming in with the skinny new folks that are coming in. That is fantastic. That's great. All right. Well, and that's just, it becomes a norm as to what we do. Militant Roots, good to see you. Always good. I don't know why ground beef is so expensive. You know, when you see turkey breast on sale for $3.99, why is ground beef always $6? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. It doesn't make any sense to me. Don't get me wrong. It does go on sale. It'll get $3.99 here as well, or whatever. Like I said, I'll take you guys for a walk through a grocery store here. And it's not the one I shop at. You're going to be shocked at the prices, I'll tell you. Chicken, $3.66 in Florida. That's not terrible. I've heard well over $4. No, maybe not in Florida. I haven't heard over $4. Honey Badgers is there dropping the links. For anyone that doesn't know pinball, maybe we could see a link to pinballs as well. The Honey Badger, seeing as you're doing that, make sure you drop your own link as well. Guys and gals, check out Honey Badger Homestead. You know, they're getting started on a brand new homestead here in Canada, out in the eastern provinces. So please go check them out from a ground up start. Okay. They're doing it all right from the ground up. Nanya, I see you there. Awesome. More Texas in the house. $3.60 in Texas. Yep. $5 for a hamburger in Texas and 60 degrees. Gotcha. Chicken $4 in Washington. Wow, this is all real hard to follow. I should have put it on a slower thing. Pinball put his on a slow mode tonight. That was almost like vacation time for moderators, but there was still plenty to do. Trust me. Old guard, there you are. Welcome. Good to see you. Southwest Ontario in the house, Dave Barry. I see you there. Yeah, you can't just sneak in. We try and see everyone. It doesn't always work. And if I miss saying hello to everyone, or sorry, anyone, I apologize. It's going to happen. It just is. So that's just one of those things. Cumberland County, Fayette, North Carolina. Well, pinball sent you over. Long Gallant. Well, welcome, Mr. Gallant. Or gallant man, however you want that translated, or L'homme Gallant will do just fine. Either way, all good and welcome. It's good to see you. Anyone chiming in? Already said where they are. Roughly your fuel price, just to help out your neighbors. That's all the skinny is about. Somebody's running a contest. Chicken. Running a contest to win to $500 on your channel. Anyone is welcome. Okay, guys and gals. If one of my awesome moderators could put up a link to Chicken Prepper, so that folks go check that out, because $500 giveaway is that's not really nothing to sneeze at. You know what I mean? That's a good chunk. So please put up a link for that. And to my other moderators who are in here, please put up links to your own channels, like Broussard Homesteads and anyone else in here who's moderating that has their own channel. Please go ahead and put up your own links. You know, you're good enough to be here to moderate for me all that time and, you know, kick out the turds and keep things nice and clean and all that. Please make sure you put up links to your own channel. Rooster, I see you there. And Youper, I think I said hello already. Yeah, so all right, we're not a half an hour in. I started a little bit late. We're 20 minutes in or whatever. That's fine. Hudson Valley, I see you there. Welcome. But yeah, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this a little bit. Broussard Homestead, yeah, me too. I call it turd swatting. You know, there's other names for it, but no, I haven't bought anything shiny yet. Sam, I'm still shopping. Okay, I'm still shopping for exactly what I'm looking for, and it hasn't been broken yet either. So, but to get into the topic a little bit, there will come a day, and what did I mean by that? There will come a day. What do the days look like to you guys and gals? The days that we've been, you know, let's say 2.5, 3 years ago. Compare those days to these days and the days that you think we're headed. Christy Betts, I see you. You can't sneak in just like that. What do you think the difference is? Well, obviously, we can see the difference between the days where we've been and the days where we are. What do you think that the days are coming are going to look like? Right? Do you think there's going to be more supply chain issues or less supply chain issues? You know, do you think there's going to be more food on the shelves or less food on the shelves? Do you think there's going to be more people out there willing to do a hard day's work and less people out there with their hands out? Or do you think there's going to be more people out there with their hands out, not willing to do a day's work? All right, I'll let you guys and gals chime in a little bit here. I'm seeing less food. There's going to be more issues everywhere. These aren't the good old days. Well, that's for sure. That's for sure. The tall gray buildings, quiet car rides, we continue the current trajectory. Yeah. Less food, more people wanting handouts. I can see that too, Pinball. I think that was Lua B. Chat's bouncing, I'm sorry. But welcome. More with their hands out. More with their hands out. Less food, more people wanting handouts. My opinion will be a depression. Roaming. I'm just going to pause the chat. See what roaming said. People cannot better their lot in life with hard work. Will get frustrated and stop making an effort. All right, no, these are all valid points, and it's kind of like a poll so that we can all have a general consensus of what the group thinks, okay? Because this is not, this live chat isn't about me talking to you guys and gals. This is about me responding to what you guys and gals say, and you guys responding to the other. This is not the me show. This is the you show, okay? Just so that y'all are on board with that sort of concept, okay? It's not about me. This is about to learn to fast. Dave Barry, that's an interesting point. And I've actually had someone in a live stream of mine say that they've been cutting out one meal a day to train themselves to eat less. And that was after asking a question, has anyone skipped meals due to not being able to afford it? People are saying no, not yet. However, people are training themselves to live on less in case they need to. Does that tell you something? Does that tell you something? Wait, we got 2 Sheila B's in here? So is that like Sheila B squared? Or is that twice as awesome? As long as there's no impersonators or imposters in here. Lou Abbey, it was USR. Good to see you. Bean skipping up to 2 a day to put stuff back. Joe Morgan. Okay, guys and gals, look at what Joe Morgan just said. Been skipping up to 2 meals a day to put stuff back. And I mean, Joe Morgan knows what's going on. He lives in an apartment much the same size as mine, looking after both of his parents, his mother and his father, inside that place and trying to put stuff back at the same time. So it's, we're definitely living in interesting times. It's not, I'm not saying that interesting is good, you know. The Cow Emporium. Okay, now we have to be careful about what we advise people to do as far as fasting goes, because that's not sound medical advice for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So I gotta I gotta take a wide berth on some things. You understand? I can't just go ahead and recommend that for everyone. What let me see, Grizz. See food shortages, inflation going wild, much more crime and rioting. Well, it seems like all of those things are headed in the directions you spoke of. Lots of people are saying they see less food. Lots of people are saying increased crime, right? So, when we see things like this, we certainly have to take note of it. And obviously, of course, we need to prepare accordingly. And if that means whatever it means for you, right? If you're in a hot area and the power goes out, then maybe have a generator and an air conditioner unit you can run from it. You know what I mean? Or whatever that may mean for you. Ivan and Joe, I did see you sneak in here. Welcome, Ivan and Joe. It is good to see you as always. Ivan and Joe are friends of mine, guys and gals, from about 20 minutes up the road. It's always good to see them. So, stocking up, cutting down on waste. 84-year-old dad has what he needs. Joe Allen, that's fantastic. That's highly important. Prep for your elders. Prep for juniors, right? Prep for your pets. You can make your own wet pet food and can it, pressure can it, and it will last as long as any human food will. Properly pressure canned human food. It will last just as long. Even if you add rice to it, rice turns to mush if you pressure can it. Your dog isn't going to care about the texture. Not going to care about the texture, right? There will come a day, and that's sort of the whole topic of this. And what sort of brought it to my mind is I was watching. Any of you guys and gals know Danny from Deep South Homestead? If you guys and gals know Danny from Deep South Homestead, just chime in a 1, just so I can get a general consensus. If any of you know, if any of you don't know, Willie D, I see you there. Well, there's Mr. Tom. Free meat on the road every day. Roadkill. It's got to be fresh, though, Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom, hope you're well. That was a very good video you put out earlier today. It was long, and I don't watch an hour and 20-minute video for hardly no one but Mr. Tom. I'll tell you that. I looked at it. It's like, oh, God, that's an hour and 20 minutes long. It's like, all right, I'll watch it. All right, we see a bunch of ones in here. Okay. So I was watching a video from Danny over at Deep South Homestead. I'm sorry, guys and gals, right now I'm going to land based a little bit. And when I do that, I miss the chat and I apologize. It's just, it's a fact, okay? So if you got anything important, say it later and put it all in bold or highlight my name or something, but I'm not going to see it right now. Well, Mr. Tom, if I didn't appreciate you, I wouldn't watch. I like your perspective on things, okay? All right, so I was watching Mr. Danny's video, and it was from a few days ago. It wasn't today's video. It was a porch time talk, and in part of that porch time talk, he got to talking about. He was talking about one of the pharaohs of Egypt. Now, I believe this is an excerpt from the Bible. Yes, I should be more well versed in all the verses of the Bible. However, I am not, although I do know this story, and as Danny was telling it. It made really good sense, and it reminded me that I knew it, okay? And the story Danny was telling was about Pharaoh of Egypt that's mentioned in the Bible. And Pharaoh had a dream. He had a dream and he interpreted it, this dream, as the word of God coming in and telling him, you're going to have 7 years of fat, and then you're going to have 7 years of famine. He took this dream, interpreted it as the word of, or a message from God, which I believe is true. And he shared that with his right-hand man. I forget what his right-hand man was, that fellow's name. But he put him in charge of, he said, all right, we're going to have 7 years of fat here. And then we're going to have 7 years of lean. We need to prepare for that, okay? All right. Autumn West is saying Joseph. All right. Appreciate that. Thank you. That was a good talk, Mason, but it made me think. It really made me think. All right. Now, let's interpret that in our time. Here right now. We've already asked you, what have you seen 2.5, 3 years ago? What do you see now? What do you see ahead? Do you think it's all similar, guys and gals? If you think it's similar, hit a 1. If not, just say no. Mark Chisser, I see you there. Harold, I see you there. Welcome. All right. Carol Ann's saying no. She doesn't interpret it as we've had a lean time and or a fat time, and seeing that we're about to have a lean time. Menashe's saying no. Doesn't think we've seen a fat time and we're about to see a lean time. All right, that's fine. That's okay. You know what? And it's fine to have a difference of opinion. That's good, and it's actually healthy. It's healthy for debate as long as we always respect the other. We can have a healthy debate about something without being disrespectful to the other. That's all I ask in here. There's no racism, and there's no disrespect to the other. We're all intelligent enough that if you don't have anything good to say, just beat it, right? Or my moderators will do it for me. Either way, I don't care. Doesn't matter. But I'd like to believe that we're all intelligent enough we can have an intellectual discussion and get to a fairly common point. Now, with this, let me ask. And now this is, before I ask it, I want you all to know right now that this is not a personal question about anyone being heavy, okay? And it's not meant to shame heavy people or nothing like that. But right now, do you think we're all fat or do you think we're all lean? Do you think we're all lean? Chris's Clevercraft, I did see you come in. I didn't say hello. I caught you there, though. Yeah, my moderators can go ahead and allow that. Christy Betts, lean. We've had lean times. And I'm not talking about you as people, as physical beings. I'm talking about the times that we've had. You think we've had the fat times or the lean times? Personally, I think we've been fat. You know, I think it's been pretty cushy. White, bright, and polite. Well, white's got nothing to do with it. There is no color on this stream. All right, Catskills chiming in. We've had obese times. Kentucky Believer, fat times. Worldwide, we're lean in physical size. Obese, yeah, okay. Keeps chiming in, keeps chiming in. If you've been to Walmart, you've seen some big people. Other people are chiming in. Fat times. Personally, I appreciate you guys and gals chiming in because, it's important to the conversation. All right. Personally, I've been, in my opinion, now y'all, any of you guys and gals that want to can disagree with me as long as you do it respectfully. And if you don't do it respectfully, just don't make your comment and leave. Or if you make a disrespectful comment, like I said, my moderators will get you anyway. Doesn't matter one way or the other. But at least be adult enough to not disrespect the other. Personally, I think we've seen extraordinarily fat times. Pretty much in the entirety of my life. Sure, the monetary system has dipped and gone up and down, and done its yo-yo thing like it always does to try and balance itself out, because these people who try to steal money from all the rest of the people to make money, it's got to come from somewhere. And if there ain't no more money left to take, these people are going to go pop, right? These financial people. Then everything crashes. Why? Because the paupers, you and I, have nothing left to give. We've already been squeezed as hard as we can, right? That's when things go pop. And it is cyclical. Absolutely. Tough times build strong people. We haven't seen tough times in my lifetime. I've had it rough a few times, don't get me wrong. But I mean, always dug my way out, right? Well, Carol Ann, exactly. We've been resourceful. And hard times breeds resourcefulness. I'll tell you that. You want the crash course on urban survival? Find yourself homeless in Canada in winter. And your ones and zeros will drop just like that, I'll tell you. You'll get such an education so fast, it'll make your head spin. Quick education ain't always the one you want. However, the learning curve is always steep. Always. Because unfortunately, most of the time, when we experience a learning curve, it's too late, right? Evan Stadler, I see you there. Can't just try and sneak in like that. All right, so with that having been said, all right, before I get to this, guys and gals, look at what Pinball just said. Our brother Pinball, who we revere, right? As a very good man, great prepper, excellent YouTuber. We all respect and look up to him. He's been homeless. He knows. He's lived in a homeless shelter, okay? Let's just see here. We'll take a quick poll. How many in the chat here? We got 158 of us in here. How many in the chat here have been homeless? Or like lived in your car? Just chime ones. Who I see you. Treasure seekers, all right. You got to jump over other. All right, look at this. Look at all the people in chat who've been homeless. That's crazy. That's crazy and unfortunate. Terribly unfortunate. So a lot of us, even full of hope, over in Ireland, experienced the same thing. HJS, yeah. Sheila B, Sassy, lots of us. That's crazy. With the times of fat we've had. And what I mean by times of fat, okay, I'll give you a prime example right now. Somebody in the chat just said their device is dying, going to watch on the TV. Okay. That's, to me, that sounds like times of fat. Let's just talk about cellular phones, right? These things right here. We'll talk about these just for a second. Does everyone's household here, does everyone in the household have a cell phone? How about this? How many cell phones does each person in your house have? How many cell phones are in your house? How many devices are in your house? If it's not a cell phone, maybe it's a laptop. Maybe it's a one of those tablets. Maybe it's a desktop, right? Personally, I have a cell phone, this one here, and I use it for a telephone and for making texts. Maybe sending the odd picture. That's about it. Getting directions if I need it. That's it. Everything else I do from the desktop here. I have one cell phone and one TV in my house. How many TVs y'all got in your house? 3 people and so many devices. Broussards chimes in. Or smart TV. Mine's stupid. Still smarter than I am, but Sean Alaska has 5 cell phones because he never throws anything away. I can repurpose that. I can use this. I can use yeah. Sheila B, flip phone. Bonus. Good for you. 1 television. 3 TVs. 2. 1. No TV. Well, I use my quote television as a monitor. I don't have TV. You know what I mean? I don't have cable. I don't watch cable. Tip Top saying never use unless there's a tornado. 7 devices if you include smartwatches. 7 devices. 5 TVs. 5. 3. That's a lot. I got 1 TV. And it's my monitor. It's my monitor for my desktop. That's it. I got it pretty much for the same price as a monitor for a desktop. Hard times you improvise, buy, eat to survive. Yeah, exactly. Tommy M. Thank you for that donation, Tommy M. I appreciate that. And just to chime in on what you're saying there, I lived once. I found myself at the end of the week. I worked construction at the time, commercial construction. While I was working in Toronto, I couldn't afford the fuel to drive home because I had just paid my bills and my child support, and I was left with $5 to get through the week. Now, this was a number of years ago, okay? I had $5 to get through the week. I thought, okay, how am I going to eat for $5 for the week? I went out and I bought a $2 loaf of bread and a $3 jar of peanut butter. And that's what I ate for the week, and I was happy to have it. So I'll tell you what. On the day that you don't have a peanut butter sandwich or anything else to eat, you're happy for that dry peanut butter sandwich. I'll tell you, right? So I think we're fat. And I think this and 5 TVs and all that, you know, we have it because we've had things too easy. Maybe things have been too abundant. You know, pockets have been too full. People haven't had to think, where's my next meal going to come from? But mark my words, there will come a day when a lot of people consider this far more important than they consider this. Mark my words. You'll see it in your lifetime. We're headed there. That's my personal opinion. You can disagree if you want. 11 devices, 3 people. Fat. Mark my words. People will give their cell phone for a freaking potato. And I grew this potato. Right? This is the price of this, just south of free. Just south of free. And it's going to become far more important to have your hands stuck in the dirt so you can grow this. Oh, this potato's highly, highly intelligent, Patriot. Underground, highly intelligent. It's smart enough to keep me alive. And having your hands in the dirt growing those is going to be far more important than anyone laying their hands on one of these. Tora Helms, you know what? Yeah, that's a great question, and I'd like to answer that. Guys and gals in the chat, I apologize. I'm going to miss a whole bunch of chat. Kelly, it is a potato head if I mount it on top of a mister. I'm going to miss a bunch of chat because I want to answer that question. Did I grow that in a bucket? I did not grow it in a bucket. I grew it in a container. I used big totes this year. Go back and check my videos. My more recent ones about it are harvest ones. I think I got 2 potato harvest videos. So from the first, I grew 4 totes of potatoes. The first tote harvested me 13.5 pounds of potatoes. The second one, 10 pounds of potatoes. So we're at 23.5 pounds, okay? Between the next 2 totes, now, the third tote was as big as the first 2, but I overcrowded it on purpose as a test. And I got a whole bunch of little wee medium to smaller potatoes out of it. So that doesn't work. Don't overcrowd your containers. And then the fourth container, it was just a smaller container. It didn't have the room in the bottom of it for potatoes to grow legs, okay, to really get some space. But I did do an experiment where I've got a fence. I got a fence on the west of my property. It runs from south to north, so it only gets noon on my side of it. It only gets sun on my side of it till about noon. And it's covered over with this big ivy, right? So it's very, very shaded, okay? And I got 8 pounds of potatoes out of that bed as an experiment. And I put little old potatoes in it that had eyes growing out of them and all kinds of stuff. So in my tiny urban area, in a little bit of shaded dirt, and in totes, I grew myself 39.5 pounds of potatoes. In the city, okay? What do I think of Les Stroud videos of foraging? I think there's good information to be had there on wild edibles where he is doing that. Wild edibles are different everywhere. So if you're thinking about collecting wild edibles, you need a book local to you, and better is someone local to you who is versed in that, who can take you out and show you. Because looking in a book is far different than somebody pointing and saying, look, and you seeing it yourself. Far different. But yeah, it's very, very, it's got to be local to your area, your particular area about wild edibles. Because one mushroom in one area might look identical to one in yours, but they're just not the same thing, right? And there are certain apps and whatnot that you can, you can take your fat device out into the woods, get your app up on there, take a picture of whatever it is. Rami, you on your way? You stay well, okay? Good to see you. There's an app you can use to identify all that. Does the couch grow wild edibles? No, Ark, but sometimes over toward the end of the couch, I do have a light on that does grow some things. And it's where I sprout my plants, bean plants and things like that I want to put out Arkansas living. Look at you. How you doing, brother? Hope you're well. But mark my words, there will come a day when this is far, far, far more important than this. You can't eat this. You can stick your hands in the dirt, grow some of this. Can't eat that. Although everyone wants to be stuck in it. Oh, good Lord, good Lord. Can't stop at the grocery store and shop. I need to get home and get on this device and that device. I need this one for streaming and that one for talking and this one for responding to chat. It's like, well, hell. Oh no, I can't cook. I got no time for that. I'm busy. I'm busy. You know, I'm busy on my thing. I got no time to cook. I'll just hang on a second. Let me take a break, everyone. I'll phone the Uber Eats. I'll just punch in my Uber Eats. I'll order the McDonald's. What the hell is that burger called? Big Mac meal. Well, what's a Big Mac meal up here? Hey, Scott, I see you there. Big Mac meal up here is 12, 13 bucks. Add your, bumped up cost on that. Add your Uber fee to it. Add the tip to it. So, what's your Uber Big Mac meal worth? 25 bucks by the time it hits your door? Has anyone? Let me ask you this, guys and gals. Has anyone on here ordered Uber food or skipped the dishes or anything like that? Sandra, I see you there. You behave yourself. You know I'm busy. Oh, hang on a second. Who's that? Who that? Oh, that's Ivan laughing at me. Has anyone ordered the Uber food or skipped the dishes or your Big Mac meal? Anyone? If so, just chime a 1. I wouldn't really think so. Like a lot, most of the names I see in here. Bigfoot, I see you there. Whole bunch of guys and gals just coming in. All good to see all of you. Okay, so somebody did chime a 1, another 1, more 1s. All right. Anyone chiming a 1, just put it in all bold what you ordered and how much the price was once it got to your door. Is a Big Mac meal 25 bucks if the Uber thing brings it? Because by then it's cold and so are the fries, and he's eating half of your fries. And anyone ever have one of those 6-pack McNugget meals? It's the same price as a Big Mac meal. Like 12 or 13 bucks. You see it and you get 6 little nuggets in a tray and a half a little thing of paper of fries. Publix, you had groceries delivered. Well, that's a different issue. That's a separate thing. We're talking the I'm too lazy to cook. I'll just phone the Uber Eats or whatever it's called. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been a good long while since I've had some McDonald's too. Don't have the ability to order that there, Catskill. That's actually a good thing. Whole box of nuggets for $5. Not sure that's a good thing or not. Giorgio's Pizza, $7, ready to go. Yeah. Oh, a lot of people don't have time to stop by and pick that up though. Gotta get home and get right on that device. Oh, your daughter delivers food like that. Oh, Bigfoot, chime in with what's the price of a Big Mac meal or whatever. But by the time it hits the customer, is it a $20 meal by then, or like, good God, at $12, it's still well and good enough. $12 for a hamburger, a McDonald's hamburger. That's if you walk in and eat it there, if you're legally allowed to do that. You know what I mean? Or you go through the drive-thru. Well, Tara Helms, let's put it this way. How many hamburgers do you think you could put back into storage for the same money? You know? Like, honestly, the price is crazy. Crazy. For a Big Mac? A Big Mac, no way I'm paying $12 for a Big Mac. Not even if it comes with the fries and the Coke. I don't even want the Coke to begin with. But no way I'm paying that for it. Not a chance. Won't go there. Right? Easier to cook the stuff. It's already in your pantry. And you know what's inside of it. Right? Bag of burgers at Brum's for $5.55. Boom, there's M Hammer with the knowledge. Oh, Jeffrey just chimed in. Their McDonald's was 35 bucks. It's crazy. Bake a leg and let's dig it. There you are. Welcome. It's good to see you. Bake a leg and let's dig it. You're at 9:31. Okay, guys and gals. If any of my moderators in here can see Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It, she's running at about 931 subscribers and could use a little boost. So if we could see a link for them, that would be great. And guys and gals, you want to talk about gardening? Go check out Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. Blow your mind. She's all over her gardening. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what. And does good live streams too, by the way. I've enjoyed some of those myself. But yeah, the prices of things are nuts. Good Lord. A McDonald's meal is $12 if you walk in for it. Crazy. Bettina, how you doing? Welcome. It's good to see you. But anyways, guys and gals, that's kind of what I had on my mind. You know, when I said, what the heck did I name the title of this? We will see this in our future, or this will come to pass, or however I worded it. But that's pretty much what I had on my mind, is this will become more important. Putting your hands in the dirt and creating this will become more important than having your face stuck in one of these. So one of these may not always be around. You understand what I'm saying? There will come a day. Thank you, Anno. Appreciate that. Ivan, that's a fantastic price. And you know what? Ivan and Joe's chiming in there, $1 for 10-pound bag. That's fantastic. Now, for those people that don't have $4, I grew 40 pounds of potatoes in my yard this year. When pasta's on sale, or sorry, pasta, when that's on sale, I can go get a bunch of bags of that and add it to my potatoes with that $4, right? Oh, you're more than welcome, Bake a Leg. You know, you do have a good channel, and I do shout out good channels. I don't shout out crappy ones. You know, if you come in here and said, oh, hey, I'm at 931, and I thought you had a crappy channel, I'd say, oh, hey, Bake a Leg, how you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah, now is the time to plant garlic and onions. Absolutely, Pinball. Yeah. Yeah. Holy crap. Okay. Honey Badgers is out over in New Brunswick, Eastern Canada. $9 for a 10-pound bag of potatoes, guys and gals. Okay. So I think things are becoming more real than people realize. I think, at least here in Canada, I believe they're hiding it really well. You know, I've seen all over the States, different places here and there, holes in lots of stuff. Here in Canada, haven't heard so much about it. Have heard, though, extraordinarily high prices. Bake a Leg, the chat is bouncing so fast here. I didn't happen to see it. I apologize. I miss all kinds of chat, and I'm sorry. But there will come a day when it's more important to think about planting your onions and your garlic right now. If you've got some space on your patio, maybe put some totes and some soil there and grow some potatoes. Oh, yeah, honey badgers. That's another point right there. There's lots of people up here uh, fixing to lose their jobs. I mean, you know, if they don't begin calling it coercion, if they're threatening, if you don't take this medical procedure, your family is going to lose their livelihood. When a couple of months ago it was, we'll give you a year's worth of free donuts. Catskill, you stay well, okay? Foxit, I see you. I see you there, Cliff. I see you there, Cliff. How you doing? Welcome. It's good to see you, as always. Yeah, radishes is a quick crop. Lettuce is something you can do indoors all year if you've got a window or a little light. Ivan and Joe here in the chat. They got a small little greenhouse. It's maybe 1.5 feet by 2.5 or 3 feet, and maybe it's 5 feet high or whatever. You got a light or two in there. They're growing their greens all winter. They got spinach in there. I believe I'm not sure if they're doing chard or not. All the lettuce they're going to harvest all winter. They're doing it in there, right? Rooster, holy cow. Wow. Yeah, it's getting real all over the place. It's getting real all over the place. And like Pinball mentioned, okay, in right at the beginning of his stream, Arrow Garden, yeah, that's a great point too, Grizz. Go check out Alaska Prepper. I'm not sure how many videos he has on Arrow Garden, but I know he likes his. But there's probably many, many channels out there for good arrow gardening information. But Pinball made a great point at the beginning of his chat. He said him and Mrs. P were out doing their thing just at the grocery store, and oh, sorry, it was busy. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Yep, go ahead. And then some lady was like kind of rude after, and he pointed out that people are starting to get at their end of their wick with all this crap. You know what I mean? Your garden is still producing well for you. Beans slowing down, still getting onion, carrots, radishes. No, all seasoning herbs going strong. Well, you're in New Mexico too, brother, right? New taters are sprouting. You're in New Mexico. Try that in Canada where the ground is frozen for 5 months. Not an option. Not an option. But yeah, it's starting to get real all over the place. And the reality of it is we all need this. And we will all always need this. We will not all always need this. This will become priority over this. Especially to those who look to this and don't know how to make this. Oh, but where's my nom nom? It's like, well, if you get your face out of that and figure out how to make that, maybe you'd have some instead of be hungry. There will come a day, trust me. I think we've seen the fat and we're headed toward the lean. With that, guys and gals, that's my little brainwave I had to share with you guys and gals. It had been gnawing at me a little bit. You know what? Jane, go to the Curtis flea market. Go into building the one in the middle there. There will come a day. Nobody smiles anymore. Sheila, can't see them up here through the masks. Yeah. And those things you do start to see thinning out, if you've got holes in your preps, look to the things that are thinning out first. If those are holes in your preps, there will come a day. So just try and be ready for it. We have the warning sign. The warning signs are all around us, telling us that day's coming. We just got to be not stupid enough to not listen to it. Just got to be smart enough to listen to it. Look at the signs around you. If the sign says stop, stop. If the sign says merge, merge. If the sign says yield, yield. If the sign says ain't gonna be no food in 2 years, what do you do about that? Grizz, like I said earlier, make your own home canned pet food. Make it yourself at home. There's lots of recipes online. Pressure can it at home. It'll last just as long as anything you buy in the store. With that, guys and gals, that's the brainwave I had for you tonight. Thank you all for jumping in, chiming in. To my moderators, my awesome moderators, thank you ever so much for dropping all the links that you did. Guys and gals, everyone in the chat, thank you ever so much for being here. Anyone who dropped a super chat or donation, thank you ever so much. I appreciate that. I know that stuff is becoming harder and harder to come by. So every bit you share is appreciated. Trust me. Trust me. With that, guys and gals, don't forget to hold up your brother and your sister. Don't ever look down on anyone unless you're about to lift them up. All right, guys and gals, this is going to be North. Out for now. All right, where are we here? Here we go. Stay well and safe all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.